revolution will be live.
My father told me someone would come.
You approach the camp of the Eshaba. Wait. I recognize you from Faharajad's palace. He would not listen to us. And now, we all pay for his stubbornness. Faharajad sent you to ask for our help? Now? The nerve of this king. Well, if you seek my father, you should know he, and many other of our warriors, are extremely ill. Some are dead. I suspect it was the necromancers, the withered hand, but it is of little importance now. All that matters is finding the ingredients for the antidote. If my father dies, there is no Eshaba for the king to call upon. Will you help me then? Come quickly then. Meet me at my tent in the camp. Here. I've marked on your map where my father says we can find the ingredients. Lead the way. I will see my fallen brothers and sister avenged, even if it is the last thing I ever do. My father has been chief of the tribe for 26 years. We would not know what to do without him. Who would have believed the withered hand would poison our water? We must hurry. So many Ashaba have already died. That's it. Meet me at my father's tent.
When will I learn not to trust Stibbons? He's ruined everything. Oh, such a relief to see a familiar face in this ghastly desert. Particularly today. You helped me get the crown of Anton. Would you consider assisting in my archaeological efforts again? I've encountered something... Well, I discovered this fabulous portal in the Ayleid ruins. I sent my assistant through, and... it was a mistake. The portal apparently leads to somewhere in the Grotwood, and basically he returned with the Aldmeri army at his heels. Yes, and unfortunately it seems they're now planning a full-scale invasion. Establishing a base, building siege weapons. We need to close the portal, quickly. I discovered an old tome that explains how, if I can find it again. Will you help me? You're a true hero, and I mean that. My camp is beside the ruins. That's where I left the book we need. Get the book, use it to activate the large pillars in the ruins. Then meet me inside the west door to the lower ruins. I suppose that's a reasonable question. As you might imagine, the elves have locked the main entrance to the portal room. There is a back way, however, through an old prison of some sort. The pillars unlock the door into the prison. Oh, I haven't the foggiest notion what's in the prison. It's been centuries, though. Whatever was down there is surely dead. If not, well, you seem capable enough. And it can't be any worse than the damned elves. My researchers in High Rock gave me the essential background. Solace N was an Ayleid stronghold, built by human slaves in the Merethic era. The elves eventually got what they deserved during the Yokuden colonization of Hammerfell in the First Era. It's quite fascinating, really. It would seem to prove that the Altmer and the Ayleids were still connected further into the Merethic era than we believed. I actually wrote a book on the subject. Well, someone wrote it for me, but who's counting? Oh, how kind of you to ask. Let's see. I was in Hrothgar for a while, but Orcish history is such a bore, so I left there and visited some Dwemer ruins in Morrowind. Then I wound up coming here. Stibbons has remained with... Who knows? Who cares? The blathering fool created such a mess here. He's become a liability, especially since the Tomb of Kings. I have a new man assisting me now. He's much more... efficient. Not as efficient as you, but you're not...
Please, Father. There must be some way.
You
must accept this, Talia. My time has come. Go. Prepare the potion. I must speak with our guest.
I do not like this, but I will do as you say, Father.
You are welcome to our camp. We are usually generous hosts, but under the... You have seen, of course. The tribe is weak, and I am soon to return to the sand. Another must fulfill the... Yes, there can be no doubt. The withered hand. We have never faced such a threat. But it is our duty to stop them. There is a ritual. My daughter, I told her the ingredients were for an antidote. But she knows now. They are for your initiation. There's not much time. You must decide. Are you willing to join us? I understand your hesitation. But whether you join us or not, defeating the withered hand is your destiny. By becoming Eşaba, you are Thank you! You move a great weight off of the heart of a dying man. The future of our tribe. Oh, my daughter is not happy right now. She's as stubborn as her mother was. But death will not be stayed. Be assured, though, Initiate. That is good. I believe she is finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Speak to her when you are ready to begin.
The great man lies dying over there, and he has put all his faith in you. I hope it is not misplaced. I have finished mixing the potion for your initiation.
Very well. Then here it is. Go to the Mikada in the back of the tent and drink. Be prepared, Initiate. The potion will bring on a vision of the past. When the vision is over, you will know what it means to be.
Samir, rouse yourself. Or do you want to miss the battle? Samir, my brother. Finally you stir. Did you drink too deeply from the starry well last night? This is unlike you. Quickly, pull yourself together. You can afford no idle time today. Morwaz, mercy. Maybe you took a head bump too. Did you forget about the battle? The regatta will drive these evil elves from our lands for good. I am to fight at your side today, brother. Tell me you still feel up to it. Now there is the Samir I know. Sometime you will have to tell me what has befallen on this last night. A story of wildness, I am sure. Come now, though. Our father prepares to address the regatta. He is expecting us. Samir, I am really starting to worry. Have you been ensorcelled? The year is 853. Our father is King Jaqwan, come from old Yakuta to settle here in the Alakir Desert. I hope this is starting to sound familiar. Because they do not want us here. Our people came across the sea from old Yakuta to settle here, but these elves, the Koralanya clan, they will drive us from these shores. We are making our stand today, letting them know we are here to stay. Shaba? These people I do not know. Are they also elves? If we must, we will kill them too. I need you to focus though, Samir. Focus on the battle today. We should hurry to hear Father's speech. Blade's Edge, I am sorry. You are the Crown Prince, but I am your brother, and I was worried. Please tell me you are all right. I have been looking forward to this battle for weeks, but Father will not let me fight unless you lead the way. Praise the gods. It would not be proper if we were not present when Father makes his speech. He is very likely starting to worry about us himself.
Regatta, you all know that the elves are outside our walls. These infidels call us barbarians. They would drive us from this land, but what the elves do not know is that Rupka himself guided us to these shores. He decreed that the Alakir would be our home. Today, the infidels will see the strength of the Shahai. Ansi will guide our blades. Today, the sands will run red with elven blood.
In Tuska's name!
You look strong, Samir. My heart is proud. I believe this will be a day of destiny for you and your brother. If we wish to remain here, yes, and much of the glory for this victory will go to you and your brother. I send you forth as my champions to slice through the elves' ranks and find their leader. You will cut off the snake's head, and then the... Yes, it is a great honor and a great responsibility. But you have proven your valor time and again, Samir. I know you will succeed and clear the way for our people's future. Go now, and go with the gods, my son. I know you will be victorious, my son. May Ansi guide your blade.
Give me a moment, Samir. I must make my offering to Ansi. Come to my tent when you are ready to enter the battle.
deeds today will be remembered for generations to come, brother. Lead on.
Already lost. While you charged in, we went behind and killed you.
Must have gone through the crypt. Quickly, we must stop them. Gods, look at the walking bones. These elves have no shame?
are too late, Samir. Your father is dead. Even worse, the necromancer slew your father and then reanimated his corpse. It is the most terrible thing I have ever seen. He is lost. There is nothing to... Samir, you must not go in there. You would have to strike down your own father. As darkly as these events have transpired, our laws remain sacred. Your father is honored dead. Harm his remains, and you dishonor yourself. Yes, there is no other choice to be made. I know your father would not want us to abandon our new home here, but he could not have foreseen this. He would not have us break the sacred law. You must not even consider such a thing.
We should discuss this, Samir. Come with me. Dealt us a cruel hand, my brother. I agree with you. Father would not want us to flee our home. But do we dishonor ourselves? To kill him when being exiled, but I am willing to do this if you command. Because it is clear that one of us must make this sacrifice. You are in line to become king now. If you strike our father, you would be throwing all of this away. For me, there is not as much at stake. Just speak the command and I will go, brother. No! No, please! I beseech you to reconsider this decision, Samir. I cannot bear to see you exiled. What will I do? I am not sewn from the same cloth as you and father. I am not meant to be king. Is done then? I would not have such courage. In my mind, you are a hero for what you have done. No, you deserve to be honored for your actions. But the Vizier says that by law, you must be exiled instead. Your courage, your humility. You should be king, not I. I'm sorry. I suppose I must stop acting like a child and accept my responsibility. Whatever happens, though, your sacrifice will never be forgotten. I love you, my brother.
Why, Samir? Why? You have broken the most sacred tradition of the kingdom. Nothing can justify such sacrilege. The law is clear, Samir. Exile. You must leave here. Good. Then there is nothing more for us to discuss. Let us hope your brother learns to listen to my counsel, and to make better decisions than you have.
Welcome back. You were gone for longer than I expected. I trust you walked in the steps of Prince Samir of Yath and experienced the events that led to his exile?
He was. Samir went on to start a family and a tribe in exile. They wandered the desert as nomads and became known as the Ashaba. Hakmir became king and ruled peacefully until years later, when he again faced the threat of necromancers and undead. The colony from Yath would have fallen, but Samir led his tribe against the necromancers and their army of risen dead. The Ashaba accepted the dishonor of fighting the dead to save the kingdom. So it has been ever since. You have now witnessed the first sacrifice, and you know that true honor need not be named. You are one of us. You are Ashaba. We will recognize you as our brother, and together... Yes, the words have been spoken. Normally, my father would conduct a small ceremony and speak the words, but his spirit moved on while you were unconscious. His last request was that you and I would destroy the withered hand. There is little we can do to help our fellow Ashaba here now. So we should do as my father wished. We should dedicate ourselves to destroying the withered hand. They killed my father. I will enjoy the...
There is a place to the northeast, a sacred place called Tuwaka's Throne. It is a place of quiet and of honor. Many, many heroes have been laid to rest there. I worry what would happen if the withered hand were to go there.
I must see to the consecration of my father's remains. It would be disrespectful to do otherwise. Go on to Tuwaka's throne. Look for an Ashaba named Ramati. I know these sands well.
Stay back, Wanderer. You are welcome to our camp, but our chief is not entertaining guests. Like so many of our warriors, he has been poisoned. Only his daughter may disturb his rest. The king has waited too long. So many warriors have died, and Marima holds on to life by a thread. We will answer the king's call to the best of our ability, but I fear we can do very little. You should speak to...
Eagles triumph!
Oh, hello there. I remember you, from that tomb in Glenumbra. My memory is so foggy, but I remember your face. You won't believe this, but Lady Laurent is fired because it's all my fault. The Aldmeri. Lady Laurent sent me through the portal to investigate. When the elves saw me, I ran and led them to the portal. So now she hates me. Please, I beg you, will you help me get back in her good graces? Praise you, praise you. I'm trying to gather all her things, but her tools are scattered out in the ruins, and those are her most important possessions. If you'll get the tools for me, I just know she'll forgive. There's one more thing you should know. Lady Laurent hired this thuggish Tamian fellow. I believe she already asked him to recover her tools. You should speak to him up on the ramparts, and tell him we have it taken care of. Because he's a brute, and I need to be the one to give her the tools. If I can't make her forgive me, she'll just leave me here, and then what will I do? This is my only chance. No, that expedition was quite a success. And I was the one who found you. There's simply no explanation for why she's treating me this way.
Well, if it isn't my old friend from Crosswich. Let me guess, Lady Laurent has you helping clean up this mess she made. Or is it Stibbons, the bootless coward? He's hoping Lady Laurent will forgive him. Did he? I'm surprised he could get that out through the whimpering and whining. Lady Laurent already has someone to recover her tools, and you would recover them and give Stibbons the credit? Just following orders. Even before this, Stibbons couldn't keep up, so Lady Laurent hired me. I was just getting a bird's-eye view before getting to work. Say, though, if you were going to save Stibbons the trouble, why not help me instead? Well, for one thing, I'm better looking. For another, I'm actually getting paid. Stibbons was always just a glorified slave. Help me get the tools and I'll cut you in. It could be worse. Lady Laurent pays well and she's got a pretty ambitious travel schedule. So I'm getting to see places I'd never dreamed of. Can't say this desert's one of the highlights, though. Did he? I'm surprised he could get that out. Just following orders. Well, for one thing, don't think too long. I'll go down there and get the tools myself if I have to. They're in backpacks, by the way. I bet Stibbons didn't even tell you that. I was wondering if you were going to ask that. Yeah, I snatched up a few tool bags earlier. But there's no reason for me to give them to you, is there? I suppose if you want to lug around the extra weight, I won't complain. Once you've got them all, though, just remember to bring them back to me, not Stibbons. Don't think too long. I'll go down there and get the tools myself if I have to. They're in backpacks, by the way. I bet Stibbons...
Well, I think I've gathered up all of Lady Laurent's personal effects from the camp. I just need those tools from out in the ruins. I don't suppose you beat Tamian to them. Praise the Eight! You just saved my reputation and my livelihood. Can I have the tools, then? Ha! That sneaky Tamian fellow sure will be surprised. Hopefully now Lady Laurent will forgive me and realize we don't need any hired help. A mercenary. What in oblivion was she thinking?
You certainly made short work of those elves. There seem to be few odd skeletons down here. No problem for you, I'm sure. Now, I assume you found the old toe? Thank you very much. Fortunately, I can translate the ancient Iliad, and that should tell us how to close the portal. It's through this door right behind me. The problem is that it's locked, but it appears that it's controlled by a switch deeper in the ruins. Would you be a dear and find the switch? Oh, if only I could have someone like you around full time. If you'll get the switch, that will give me time to study up whatever words I need to speak to close the portal. Once you get it opened, I'll just go on in, so meet me in the portal room.
Before you speak, stranger, know this. For centuries, a spell has bound me. Many have tried to free me and failed. This prison has no lock or bonds to break. Did you hear me? This is no common spell. It was cast by Ultimate wizards long since dead. This is a true curse. The task is beyond you. Of course, a fool would still... For centuries, amateurs like yourself have tried to release me. Fools, all of you. You'd have a better chance of becoming the next Emperor. It pains me to speak of the past. Would you force me to relive such bitter memories? Ha! Please! There's a word I remember well. Please, she said to me. No one will know, she promised. She was wrong. Nuralanya, she was called in her High Elven tongue. She was just Nura when we were together. I could deny her nothing. I was enthralled, a slave madly in love with his master. Our secret was eventually exposed, and the elves were furious. Our love was an abomination in their eyes. They decided execution was too kind a punishment for our crime. I was here, and she was there. To see one another, but not able to hear, touch, or hold. Yet even that torment was insufficient for their retribution. The elves live a long time, but not forever. I sat and watched as Nura slowly grew old and died. Sometime after that, the Regatta came and slaughtered the other elves. But even with them dead, the spell held strong. It was the Regatta, the warrior wave. The warriors sought vengeance. The swords of Yakuta passed through these halls, and the High Elves were washed away. They would have killed me, were it not for this spell. Instead, I watched, safely ensconced within this prison, as my captors were slaughtered. Many centuries passed before I learned who the warriors were, or from whence they came. A foreign people had arrived on these shores. They came from a distant land. Yakuta, it was called. Yakutan warriors set out to conquer the new world they found. Singers named them the Regatta. It pains me to speak of the past. Would you Ha! Elves live a long time, but not forever. It was the Regatta, the warrior way. Fine. What would you ask of me? If I knew, don't you think I would have escaped by now? All I know is the tiles must be used in the right order, and the order was determined by time, whatever that means. Didn't expect that to work. You may be onto something. By the bloody fangs of Moloch! By the stench of Moloch's gaping maw! What have you done? How can this be? I'm free? I should thank you, but I don't even think this is what I wanted. It's been so long since my life was my own. This is all I know. I don't want to leave.
The orc I know and love would never utter such words.
Nura, is it really you? It's been so long.
We've suffered enough of this curse. By the grace of Mara, I've been allowed to take you beyond this mortal realm.
Finally, a release from the suffering of this world.
Come, my love. We have the rest of eternity to be together.
They have so much faith in that seal they put on the main door. They don't even have anyone guarding the portal. I'm not complaining, though. All right, you're going to have to protect me, though. The chamber may be clear now, but as soon as I start the ritual, they'll realize it on the other side. They might try to charge through and stop us. All right, let's get this started. Grosso... Woohoo! Take that, you damned elves! Oh, wait. Alusaba. Takio? Takio... Taco? How do you pronounce this? Alright, I think I've got it. Mala Alu Takeo. Well, that takes care of that now, doesn't it? I'm actually quite relieved. It would have been so embarrassing to have been responsible for the fall of Alakir. After I opened the portal, I considered just leaving and denying that I was ever here. I am too. Now. If you would, though, I still would prefer to keep this quiet. I do have a reputation to uphold, you know.
Sand covers all things. Know this, like all things, the pearl was covered in sand. Thus it came to belong to Zet, who works the land. When the pearl is uncovered, the time of Sep's hunger will be over, and water will run from the pearl all over the dead skins, and the hungry stomach will at last be full. The spawn of Satakal are weakened by the waters. They are hungry. One sound will open the way, and one sound will close it. Take the call and find a goat. Use the call to lead the goat across the water as an offering to the beast. Only then it will be sated, and only then can you... The pearl is the way and the guide. It is the light to the far shores and back again, as they are placed by Tall Papa's hand. So it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. Satakal eats himself, and the spirits move to the far shores to wait for their next skin. Ruptka became the Tall Papa, and he made the great map with the stars in his hand. When Sep tricked the spirits, he put a star in his pocket. This was the pearl that fell out when Tall Papa squashed Sep with his staff. Sand covered the pearl. Thus it came to Zet, who works the land. When the pearl is uncovered, the time of Sep's hunger will be over. Water from the pearl will run over the skins, and the hungry stomach will at last be full. Know this, the pearl is the way and the guide. It is the light to the far shores and back again, as they are placed by Tall Papas. The only real world is Satakal. You cannot eat the stars. One sound will open the way, and one sound will close it. This is the sound of the worlds, calling something to save them. So it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. Satakal eats himself, and the spirits move to the far shores to wait for their next... What answers the call is the hunger. Has it been sated? The story never changes, never shifts as do the stars and the sands. You've done your part, and I must do mine. Know this, so it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. The pearl is the way and the guide, the light to the far shores and back again, placed by tall papas.
More coming! Help!
Kneel before our soul reaper.
Saw that Reaper, I thought we were done for. Thank you, guildmate.
believe Well, after all the years it's taken me to find this place, I certainly did not expect to see someone else down here. Were you searching for it as well? Or do you even realize that this... He was one of Divad Hunding's companions. He died fighting goblins. He was also my ancestor. I have spent 7 years in the desert searching for Sabasad's remains. My wife deemed this a fool's errand. Soon, yes. First, though, I must take proof of my find to the temple in Satakalam and ask the priest to ensure this is turned into a proper shrine. I wonder, would you consider taking word to her, telling Felisa I live, that I have succeeded? I hope the message will give her some solace, and perhaps soften her heart so she will not be so angry when I return. She is in Sentinel, possibly in the inn. Tell her I've found Sabasad's remains and that I love her, and I will soon be home. It was one of those coincidences that can only be the work of the gods. I had exhausted my search of this area and decided to move on. I sat down to rest, leaned back, and fell down this hole. I was knocked out, but awoke to find... I am not certain. Perhaps she has. Morwa knows that would have been better for her, but I have a feeling she abides for me. We had a very special love, and it was hard for me to leave. I owed this to my father, though. May his soul rest in peace.
approach, Featherless.
They will pay for what they have done. Satakar's wrath, Wayfarer. Unless you want to wade through an army of undead, go no further. These dogs, the Withered Hand, they seized control of Tuwaka's throne. And now, the Ansei wards, stolen. There is no way. The Impervious Vault. How? This does explain how they raise the consecrated dead, though. It also explains... Oh, Tuwaka will do the cleansing. We must only clear the way. If you will help me light the sacred braziers, Tuwaka will send his breath to help us destroy the Withered Hand. For each direction the wind blows, there is a brazier. Light the first 3, and meet me at the west brazier. I will light that one. Then, we will light the central brazier together, and soon see Uwafa and his Withered Hand. We do not know. There is no record of these defenses ever being used. All I can recall is reading that it is supposed to help cleanse the temple and return the dead to their rest. Uncertainty is part of the fun, though. This man is very dangerous. He is the leader of these Withered Hand dogs. He offered me the chance to leave peacefully. I wanted to protect my fellow priests, but we could not surrender Tuwaka's... Tuwaka is the caretaker of the far shores. We will all visit him one day. The throne is the final resting place of our honored ancestors. Our heroes have been buried.
Yeah. Yeah.
May prosperity find you. You are here to make a deposit.
May prosperity find you.
What an eye.
May prosperity find you.
Don't I know you?
The revolution will be live.